Today we will discuss some more practical questions which is related to one sample t-test. I hope you have this practical questions of in word form or in soft copy. If you have a soft copy or hard copy, please take it and see that question in one sample t-test. See here, the manufacturer of a electric bulbs claims that his bulbs have a mean life of 25 months. Remember this, 25 months with a standard deviation of 5 months. The values are given. The manufacturer of electric bulb claims that his bulbs have a mean life of 25 months with a standard deviation of 5 months. A random sample of 6 such bulbs gave the following values, and life of the bulbs in months are given. That is, first bulb gave 24 months, and next one 26, then 30, then 20, then again 20 and 18. Now, can you regard the producer's claim to be valid at 1% level of significance? And table values of appropriate test statistic at the said level means at 1% are 4.032. So that is the question they give up. Say, what does mean? A manufacturer of a electric bulb claim that his bulb have a mean life of 25 months. So there is a one manufacturer who manufacturing electric bulbs. He may produce in lakhs, and he claims that his bulbs have a mean life. Mean means average life of 25 months. We call it as a expiration date, or we can call it as a the warranty period. So what is the warranty for electric bulbs? He says that the warranty for one electric bulb is 25 months. He claims that with the standard deviation of 5 months. What does mean? So it may expire for 30 months, or it may expire for 20 months also. So with the deviation of 5 months, the average life of electric bulbs is 25 months. He claims that. And to test that claims, that is 25 months and 5 months deviation, he take a 6 sample of bulb and test it. So he claimed 25 months its life, and standard deviation is 5 months. And random, he takes a sample of 6 bulbs and he tests the validity of such bulbs, and the values are given here in months. So first bulbs are validated till 24 months, and second bulb 26 months, and third bulb 30 months, 20 months, again 20 months and 18 months. You can see here the average is 25, but one bulb is validated till 30 months. Now you have to check whether we can accept the assumption made by the manufacturer at 1% significance level. Here the significance level is directly given by the questioner. So it directly given, that is, you have to check a hypothesis at 1% significance level. And he also given the critical value at 1% level. See, table value of appropriate test statistic at the said level are 4.032. For the appropriate test statistic, that we have to find out what is the test statistic, but the critical value for that test statistic is 4.302. So these are the values. Now we have to test whether his assumption we can accept or not. For that, we have to do calculation like a t-test, and then we can claim our regards. I don't know whether it is visible or not. Okay. See now, I'll okay, now look at the question and tell me what is the hypothesis we have to develop here. What hypothesis we can write. This one is regarding to one sample t-test. One sample t-test. See, we discussed what are the steps we need to follow in hypothesis testing. So the first step in hypothesis testing is we have to write the null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. So what is null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis? For this question, how we can write null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis? See, he says that the average life of the bulb is equal to 25 months. Is equal to 25 months. And with the standard deviation is 5 months. And equal to means we can write a null hypothesis. Null hypothesis equal to, either we can write it in a statement form or we can write it in a algebraic form. First I write in algebraic form, like mu means the mean value of a population or the standard value. So mu equal to x bar, mu equal to x bar is equal to 25. So he says there is no significant difference in mu and average value. Or if you write in a statement form, you can write there is no significant difference. There is no significant difference in mean values. Or there is no significant difference between the sample mean and standard mean. So that is the way you can write null hypothesis. So null hypothesis you can write, first is mu equal to x bar equal to 25. Or in statement form you can write there is no significant difference. There is no significant difference between mean values, both mean values, or there is no significant difference between the sample mean and population mean or standard value. Clear? And how we can write alternative hypothesis? Alternative hypothesis we can write there is significant difference. There is no there is a significant difference between, or there is significant difference in mean values. There is significant difference in mean values. See, that is the hypothesis. Null hypothesis, there is no significant difference in mean values. And alternative, there is a significant difference in mean values. Or you can write there is no significant difference between sample mean and standard value. And there is a significant difference between sample mean and standard value. So that is the first step. We have to write a hypothesis. So what is the second step in hypothesis testing? The second step in hypothesis testing, we have to state the significance level. What is the significance level? Tell me, what is the significance level for this question? Look at the question and tell me what is the significance level here.
1%.
Yeah, 1%, because they directly given check the hypothesis at 1% significance level. So there is no need to decide at what significance level we have to choose. See here directly given. So test at 1% significance level. So significance level is directly given at 1%. That is the second step. And third step. So what is the third step? Third step is nothing but choosing appropriate statistical tool. So which is the statistical tool is appropriate for this question? So if you look at the question, there is only one sample, that is life of bulb. Life of bulb in months. There is only one sample. The values of only one is given. So it is one sample and we need to test the significant difference between the sample mean and standard value. Standard value is given, that is 25 months. So we need to compare the means. So whenever it comes of comparing means, so it always t-test. So once you decided it is a t-test, then you have to choose among one sample and two sample and pair t-test. So in two sample and pair t-test, you always get two samples. But in one sample, you get only one sample. So here, a statistical tool or a statistical test is appropriate for this question is one sample t-test. One sample t-test. Correct? One sample t-test. And next one, after deciding which statistical tool you are going to solve with the problem, now after that you have to know how to calculate the values under one sample t-test. So that is in calculation of t statistic or t value, we call it as a t values. So what is the t value and how to find out t value? So we know the formula to find out t value, that is t is equal to the difference between sample mean and population mean divided by difference between sample mean and population mean divided by standard deviation, correct, into square root of n, right? So this is the formula to find out a t statistic or t value. Sample mean minus a standard value or population mean divided by standard deviation into square root of n. Now, if you look at the question, what are the values they given? Share this. Tell me, what are the values they given? First one. See the question they given. The first one is the mean life of a bulb is 25 months. So what does mean? Mean life is nothing but x bar. Sorry, mean life is nothing but mu. The standard value mu is equal to 25. Mu is equal to 25, right? And then standard deviation is directly given. standard deviation, how much? Is 5 months. Mu is 25 months and standard deviation is 5 months. And then see a random sample of, if we look at the question, if a random sample of 6 such bulbs. So what does mean 6? 6 is nothing but the units in sample size. Yes, n. N is equal to 6. Otherwise you can count here. So total 6 units in one sample. So that is n. And can you regard the significance level is 1% and t value is directly given. Critical value is directly given 4.032. So these are the given values. If you look at, these are the given values. That is mu 25, standard deviation 5, and n is equal to 6. N is equal to 6. Now what are the information is not given? See, required information, the first information we need is a sample mean. We need a sample mean. We need to find out what is the sample mean. And mu is directly given, that is 25. And standard deviation also directly given is 5. And n is also directly given 6. So the only information we need is sample mean, correct? So therefore, the first step to calculate is you have to calculate sample mean. Okay. So write down the values. How to find out the sample mean? Very simple. Add all the values. X bar is equal to add all the values. X bar is equal to just adding 24 plus 26 plus 30 plus 20 plus 20 plus 80 divided by 6. You have to find out the simple mean. Use calculator. So I use take calculator. Okay. So 24 plus 24, 26 plus 30 plus 20, 20 again 20 and 18. So total is 138. I hope it is visible. Okay. Total 138 divided by 6. So you get value is 23. The sample mean is 23, or X bar is equal to 23. Now go for this test, that is find out t value. We got all the values, X bar, mu, standard deviation and sample size. Then you can jump into find out t value. So t is equal to, I write direct values, that is X bar is equal to 23 minus, and mu is equal to 25. Mu is equal to 25 divided by standard deviation, that is 5, into square root of n, how much? 6. 23 minus 25 divided by 5 into square root of 6. So Again, use calculator. So here -2. So we need only difference. So you can ignore sign. The difference in the mean value of sample and standard. So there is no need to consider sign. The difference between mean value. Okay. So find out the difference. The difference between mean value and standard value is 2 divided by 5 into take square root of 6. How much you get? I use calculator here. Square root of 6 is equal to, I get, okay, see the value is 2.44, 2.449. I can take 2.45, take approximate value 2.449, and we can take 2.45. Okay, now find out the value. Again, 2 into 2.45 divided by 5 is 0.98. See, t value we got a 0.98, and that is t value or t statistic. The next step is, after calculating t statistic, the next step we need to find out what is the critical value. What is the critical value? What is the critical value? See, I explained how to find out critical value. Critical value is nothing but, first you need to find out degree of freedom, then look at the table and find out what exactly the critical value at significance level. Here the significance level they given at 1% significance level, and also you can look at the question, they directly given what is the critical value. The critical value in the question they given is 4.032. 4.032. So 4.032, you can directly write down 4.032, or you can cross check whether it is right or wrong. You can verify it by looking at the table value. Where it is? Okay. Look at the table, t distribution table, and so you can cross check by looking at the table value. Degree of freedom is nothing but 6 minus 1. Degree of freedom is 6 minus 1, 5. And two-tailed test. Why it is two-tailed test? Because we used hypothesis called equal. There is no significant difference. We are testing it both the side. So therefore it is two-tailed test. So look at t distribution table and two-tailed test at 1% significance level. So you should get the value same, 4.032. Now, after finding out critical value here directly given, critical value is 4.032. But then the next step is to compare critical value and t value. So compare test statistic and critical value. Test statistic and critical value. test statistic value is 0.98 and critical value 4.032. 0.98 and 4.032. Now compare these values. You can see the test statistic value is less than for critical value. Test statistic is less than critical value. So what is your decision? Tell me what is your decision? The final step is to have to take decision by comparing these two values and give conclusion. So what is your decision here? See, test statistic is 0.98 and critical value is 4.032. Now, what is your decision? What we have to do? Whether we have to accept or reject null hypothesis. Okay, we have to accept null hypothesis because the test statistic is less than critical value. Therefore, we have to accept null hypothesis. So what is your conclusion? Conclusion is here your test statistic, write in bracket 0.98 is less than critical value, that is 4.032. Therefore we accept null hypothesis. We accept null hypothesis at 1% significance level. At 1% significance level. Hence there is no significant difference. Hence there is no significant difference between sample mean and standard value. Or you can write in simple way, or in statement form, the average life of bulb is 25 months with the standard deviation of 5 months. Correct? Yeah. The average life of bulb is 25 months with the standard deviation of 5 months. So that is very important. You have to write interpretation for your result. Sometimes what students do is they only find out critical value and test statistic. So that is not enough. We have to write interpretation. Interpretation is important. Or analysis is very important. Calculation also important, but how you conclude that result or how you interpret those results, so that is also important. So these steps we need to follow while calculating one sample t-test. Look at again. The first step is we need to write what is hypothesis, null hypothesis, and alternative hypothesis. Here null hypothesis says there is no significant difference in mean values, and alternative hypothesis says there is a significant difference in mean values. And then the second step, we need to state the significance level, but in this question they directly given the significance level is 1%. We have to test at 1%. And third one is statistical test or choosing appropriate statistical tools. As we look at the questions, the question is given only one sample and they ask to compare the means. So compare the mean between the sample and standard value. So therefore there is only one statistical tool is left, that is one sample t-test. So we choose one sample t-test, and then the next step is to calculation of values, that is a t statistic and critical values. The first step is to find out t statistic is this is the formula is x bar is equal to mu divided by standard deviation into square root of n. And here the given values is mu is given, our standard value is given, and standard deviation is given, and sample size. Then the required information is a sample mean. So by using formula, we can find out what is the sample mean. Just adding all the values and divided by the number of sample size or sample unit. So it says, so that is we got 23. So after that, use a mean formula to find out t statistic, that is 23 minus 25 divided by 5. We need only the difference between the sample mean and standard value. So therefore we ignore the sign. We just need difference. You can 25 minus 23 also write, or 23 minus also 25. Just we need a difference. 2 divided by 5 into 2.45. So we got a t value is 0.98. And after that, we need to find out what is the critical value. So critical value is directly given in the question here. That is